the captain suddenly realized that maybe he was dead, and the scene in front of him shocked him even more. All the passengers were turned into ice sculptures. The stewardess was covered in ice and fell to the ground, but the plane was still in flight. He rushed to control the plane, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not grasp the joystick. At this rate, when the fuel runs out, the plane will fall from a high altitude. Meanwhile, in a small town, Merlin, who had psychic powers, faintly heard a loud roar. Always feel that there is a danger approaching. Then Merlin saw a uniformed man falling from a height on the opposite floor. But the people next to him were fine. Merlin rushed up to check, but nothing was there. She instantly realized that the fallen person might be a dead soul. Could this be a sign of something? The next day, the spirit found Merlin. It turns out he was the captain. Merlin asked him what he wanted, but he said incoherently, "The captain lives and dies with the plane." And he said, "They're all asleep." Merlin was confused, asked him where he was now. He replied, "We were very close," and suddenly disappeared. It turns out that the captain had just died. His soul was still in a chaotic state, so he couldn't communicate with Merlin properly, but Merlin knew that the reason he found himself must have needed help. She put all the information together. She deduced that it had to do with the crash. She called the fireman's husband and asked him to help her find out if there was any information about recent crashes. As she was talking, Merlin saw the captain. The captain was there again. She rushed to find the captain and asked him what had happened. Did the plane crash? But the captain said, "There was no crash. It's still flying." Merlin was shocked, but before she could ask which flight it was, the captain disappeared again. Merlin knew that wherever the plane crashed, it would be a disaster, so she immediately called the airline and told them what was going on, asked them to find out which plane was flying nearby, but no one believed her. Just then, there was a sharp knock at the door. Merlin opened the door. It was the frosty flight attendant. She told Merlin, the air in the cabin seemed to be taken away instantly. Everyone was unable to breathe. Then the temperature in the cabin began to drop rapidly. Then she gave out the flight information, but before Merlin could respond, there was a loud roar from outside. An airliner flew right over the roof, and then there was a crash. The plane crashed. A group of people covered in ice suddenly appeared on the street. They were huddled and shivering. Their eyes were full of helplessness, but the passers-by didn't even notice them because they were a group of dead souls. Just now, a passenger plane crashed into this town. All the people on board were killed, and they all appeared to be frozen to death. They were trying to figure out what was going on, so they found Merlin under the guidance of a flight attendant. Because Merlin has the ability to communicate with ghosts, Merlin came to the crash site. It was a mess. Some of the spirits didn't know they were dead, asking firefighters to find their loved ones, but no one but Merlin could see them. Merlin looked at the body parts and souls all over the ground. Her heart was both sad and sorry. She found the flight attendant. She hoped she could gather them all together. She wanted to help them complete their reincarnation, let their souls rest in peace. But the flight attendant said, now is not the time. They need to find out why the plane crashed. With that, she turned around and left. Then the federal agents investigating the case approached Merlin. He asked her how she could see the plane crash in advance. Merlin told him she could communicate with spirits, but the agent didn't believe her. That's when the captain's spirit reappeared. He told Merlin to tell the agent, tell him to find an outflow valve. The accident was supposed to be related to this valve, but the agent still had doubts. In order to solve the problem of the dead souls as soon as possible, Merlin went to the family waiting room. Seeing countless souls standing next to their loved ones, they kept comforting their loved ones who were crying, trying to say goodbye to them, but no matter what they said, their loved ones couldn't feel their presence. Merlin had to help them convey the love that was too much to let go of.
I also wanted to tell you that your loved ones, they feel you. I can feel them right now in this room. I feel their sadness. I feel their confusion. But the biggest thing that I feel is their love. For you. And if there's anything that they would want you to know, it's that they know how much you love them.
After that, Merlin left the place sadly. Then the agent came to Merlin. Turns out he'd found the plane's outflow valve. He told Merlin to find the captain's soul, to help investigate the real cause of the plane crash. This is a ghost plane. All the people on the plane are dead, but the plane is still in flight. Eventually, it ran out of fuel, crashed in a small town. But how did all the people on the plane die? Federal investigators found the plane's venting valve. That's when the captain's spirit appeared. He tried to check the valve, but he couldn't touch it. He had to ask Merlin for help. Merlin asked the agent to turn the valve over. The captain confirmed. Sure enough, it was the valve. This valve should be open, but now it's closed. The captain neglected to check it before the flight. The plane suddenly lost cabin pressure. In this case, the oxygen supply must be started immediately, but the valve was closed, so no oxygen could be supplied. At the height of 10,000 meters, if there is no oxygen, people can only last for 20 seconds at most. Soon people faint due to lack of oxygen, and the temperature inside the cabin dropped rapidly. In the end, everyone was frozen to death. The captain gathered all the souls of the victims together. He confessed to everyone that his negligence had caused them to lose their lives, and sincerely apologized. But people didn't seem to buy it. They couldn't accept the truth. At that moment, Merlin came forward to comfort them.
I know that this is really hard for all of you. You need peace now, and the best thing for you to do is just to go into the light. I've crossed over hundreds of souls, and all of this was meant to be, and the only thing that I know for sure is that there is love there. Love like you have never known here.
After saying that, a bright light suddenly appeared in the distance. When the light shone on the souls, they began to smile with happiness, as if they saw the call of their deceased loved ones. With a longing, they walked toward the light, to another world of bliss. Subscribe to me, and I'll see you next time.